Hey guys, one thing that really irks me, and I know that it's gotta irk you too, is if you're doing a renovation or you're building a new home and something goes wrong. Something isn't quite what you expected, something stops working, something starts falling apart. I don't know, like there's all these different scenarios. One of the things that really irks me is that when a contractor or a builder comes back and says that that it is what it is, or that they play the blame game and they blame somebody else for it, or they just refuse to fix it. It drives me absolutely insane. I hear stories all the time, and it makes us builders look bad. It creates distrust within the marketplace because you as a homeowner, as a client, and I'm no different. When it's my home, I feel the same, that when you pay for something, it should be done properly. It should be to your expectations. Now, those expectations should be set up front, but they should meet those expectations. And as contractors and as home builders, we have to be accountable for the work that we're doing. If we're not, as home builders, if we're not keeping our subcontractors accountable, that's on us. If they aren't holding their employees accountable, that's on them and on us. But at the end of the day, the buck ends with us. And so we as general contractors, we as builders need to be accountable for the work that we're doing, and you should hold us accountable to that. Now, I think it's important to also understand that things, especially in like a large renovation or a new custom home, things are going to go wrong. Like, to think that everything is going to be hunky-dory, absolutely perfect, I think those are unrealistic expectations to have. So I think you have to go in with an open mind, understanding that there's going to be some bumps here and there. When you move in, there's going to be some tweaks that need to be made. When you move in, maybe everything isn't like absolutely 100%. But the kicker is that your builder or your contractor for your renovation should be there right beside you to make things right. And I'm not saying that we are perfect by any stretch of the imagination. We've had our problems, don't get me wrong. We have had to go back and fix things. We've went and fixed things 4 or 5 years later that were definitely off warranty, but they just were installed improperly and they were having problems because of that. Well, it was installed improperly, so let's go back and fix that. Let's go back and deal with that. We've made mistakes where tiles came in different dye lots, and when they went on the wall, they literally looked like different tiles. And in that exact scenario, to be honest, we didn't catch it. So what did we have to do? We went in, we removed the entire backsplash, ordered new tile, fixed drywall, did drywall repairs, and reinstalled the entire backsplash. I think those are things that you need to hold yourself accountable to, whether you're a builder, whether you're a general contractor, a subcontractor, whatever it is, you need to be accountable for the work that you're doing. And I want to show you a video that we ran into just a couple weeks ago here to kind of illustrate what you should not expect.
Just open up the soffits, which appear to be clear, but okay, insulation stop here. You can see the insulation at the rafter heel, same here. But as we look up, no insulation stop. There's poly and drywall, no insulation. You can actually see the moisture.
So in that particular scenario, we are doing kind of phase 2 of the renovation for the homeowners. So phase 1 was done by somebody else. We walked in that morning that video was taken, and there was literally water dripping from the ceiling of these people's homes. And unfortunately, they did have the original contractor back. They did come look up in the attic, but the homeowners were told that nothing was wrong. And to me, that was just mind-blowing. It's like, what do you mean nothing is wrong? There's literally water dripping from the ceiling. So they came, they did look, they just didn't look hard enough. Like, you can't tell somebody that nothing's wrong when water is coming from their ceiling. So we were able to help out, and we were able to, it was a very easy fix, to be honest. I mean, you can see in that video the water droplets underneath the vapor barrier. It was a very easy fix. It wasn't the end of the world. But those are the types of things that just irk me. Like as contractors, you can't tell people with a straight face that things were done properly when there's clearly issues like actively happening. So those are things that just should never happen, to be honest. They should just never happen. So that being said, I just wanted to bring this to light. I wanted to make you understand that if you are renovating or you are building, you should expect your contractor, your subcontractors, your builder to be accountable, and that's an expectation that you should have. So it was a little bit of a rant because sometimes the construction industry, we get a bad name, we get a bad rap because I guess of a few like sour apples, for lack of a better term, but it's not something that you should expect. That's not how you should be treated. We did do some blogs, we did some podcasts on this previously on how you can trust a home builder, what you should be doing when you're interviewing a home builder, and this pertains as well to renovation companies, so that hopefully you don't get in those types of scenarios. So I'll link those in the comments below, so that if you want, you can go ahead and take a look at those. But I hope that you guys took something from this, and when you are ready to do your build or your renovation, that things go smooth, and you're able to make sure that you're working with people that are willing to hold themselves accountable.